Hey guys, it's Katsuri aka Cats and Camera, and today, well, you may not know, you may know, you may not care, you probably don't care, but the whole time I've been on BookTube, I've never actually done a pet peeves video. So guess what today's video is? You don't need to guess, you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. I'm talking about some pet peeves. So when I say I've never talked about them before, I'm kind of being a big fat liar, because I did actually make a skip video going through some of the pet peeves that seem to be popular that I don't really care about, like books having different covers and having hardbacks and paperbacks in different series and stuff. So I'll leave that video above if you want to check it out. So I have 10 pet peeves, and I should probably just start because I feel like this is potentially a video that I could really ramble on. I've got one physical one because I don't really care about what my books look like, and then I have 3 of inside of the book, stuff that happens on the page. I've got 3 to do with Goodreads, and I've got 3 to do with the community. Some of them are a bit niche, I'm gonna say. Some of these things you probably never even thought of before, so yeah, I'm gonna open your mind to some things that annoy me that nobody else cares about. So the one thing that's physical, if you know you know, if you've been here you know, and that is Zoella being on my book. Why? This I don't mind about. Yes, it's kind of annoying to have stickers out that are not actually stickers that you can't take off because it's actually the front cover, but at least on here it's showing you that, oh, this book has won prizes and people really care about it. Why the hell would anyone care that Zoella cares about this book? She's irrelevant. She's irrelevant to my life. I've literally never watched a video of hers ever. She's irrelevant to Adam Silvera's success, and in 30 years when I pick this up I'll be like, oh man, remember 30 however many years ago when this book came out and all these, oh, it was really well received. Oh, can you remember 30 years ago when this irrelevant person that nobody's thought of in 30 years has a face on my book for no reason? Don't put Zoella on my book. That's all I'm asking. So now we'll go on to the ones in the story, and one of my biggest pet peeves, oh my god, is when characters don't communicate. Really simple, oh, you know, even on TV shows and film and stuff, when people say, I can explain, and the explanation would literally be the same amount of words as I can explain, but then they never actually explain, and then there's a big drama for no reason. I freaking hate that. Why? Why don't they just explain then? What is the point? It really, really pisses me off. And in books, it's just like used as a plot device because characters that are apparently friends for the whole of their lives. Yes, I'm looking at you, Alina and Mal. And then stuff's happening to Alina, and then she's just like, oh, even though I've known Mal my whole life and he's my best friend and I'm in love with him, I'm not going to tell him about all this stuff that's going on. I'm going to let him think that he's the problem, and then loads of stuff's going to happen that doesn't need to happen because it's really annoying and I hate it. It happens in so many books as well. Just please don't. Can we please just have characters talking to each other? Oh my god. I mean, the Dark Artificers as well, that whole series, even though Lady Midnight is my favourite Cassandra Clare book, that whole series is based on 2 characters that just need to fucking talk to each other. Stop it. Please. We don't need no fake boyfriend bullshit. Just talk to each other. Please. Literally, as I was reading that book, I was saying out loud, talk to each other. So the next one is one that I didn't even realise I didn't like until very recently this year, because I read 2 books where it happened and it really annoyed me. And that is convenient antagonists. You know, in a story, the characters will be somewhere or doing something, and conveniently the antagonist will turn up there even though you don't know how they got there, they don't know why they got there, they don't know how they knew that the heroes were there. They turn up. That's fine. 1 time, 2 times, but in one book when it's happened like the 3rd time, the 4th time, the 5th time, and conveniently the baddie or the antagonist or the... why? How do they know where the main characters are all the time for no reason? None of them are magic. They don't have a teleportation device, they don't have tracking devices on the characters 24/7. How the fuck do they know where they are all the time? And it's really annoying. And book that really pissed me off with this, if you've read The Knife of Letting Go, I like this book, but oh my god, literally about 5 or 6 times the antagonist will just conveniently turn back up again. And it's not fun, and it's not giving anything to the story. It's making me feel like, what's the point? Because they think they're alright all the time, and then the antagonist will turn back up. So there's nothing in me when I'm reading this like, oh no way, they're doing this, they're doing this. I'm just like, it's gonna turn up again, innit? What's the point? Genuinely, about 5, 6 times, maybe even more. Really, really annoying. And another recent read that did that, not to the extent but quite a bit, was Pretties by Scott Westerfeld. The antagonist, the baddie, was just always there and turned up at the right time. Well, at the wrong time, because it's always when the characters think they're safe and then the baddie's there. It's annoying. And please just learn how to tell a story better. Give us some background info, give us some reason on why the antagonist knows where they are all the time or how they got there themselves. This one, they're literally just walking through flipping across a whole world, across a country. So how the fuck do they know? And also, you can hear people's thoughts in here, so why the fuck would they not know that the antagonist was right there when you should be able to hear their thoughts? Stop it. And the last one for stuff that's in the book is unnecessary pairings up of characters. You don't need every single character in your story to get together, okay? The word friends exists for a reason, because two people can like each other and really get on and not have to be in a relationship. Imagine that. Crazy concept, I know, but it actually exists in real life. You'll know who's the worst for it. I just picked a book up at random. I can't remember what happened in this one, but I mean, look at that cover. That just says it all, doesn't it? Just says it all. Why are Simon and Isabel together? Because they're the only two characters left that are not paired up, so we have to put them together. Literally. They don't have anything in common. They shouldn't like each other. They shouldn't be in a relationship. It's pointless. I'm sorry to anyone who stands them to, but I mean, I don't even like Jace and Clara together either, so we all know where my standpoint on that is. And we all know that second in command to that is this. Just stop it. When the characters see each other and then one of them like, oh my god, they're my mate. No, why does every character have to have mates with all the other conveniently main characters or main side characters? Why would they be your mate? Why is it? It's so convenient and it's really annoying, and it's kind of the same as what I just was talking about of convenient antagonists. Convenient love interest as well. Stop it. Get a life. Have some friends. You don't need to all be in love. It really is annoying. Hunger Games is another one. Why couldn't that just have finished off with her not having either of the love interests? Yes, I am firmly not on Team Gale or on Team Peter. I'm on Team why do we need to have a love interest? And the story is interesting enough in itself, and she clearly doesn't care for either of them in a romantic way. Let's just all admit that. Next up, we've got the Goodreads section of this video, and this is where a few of the niche ones are going to come into play. First one, the one that annoys me most, is probably something that people don't care about, but as you may know, I read a lot of small books, either just books that nobody knows about or on small publishings or indie publishing or indie authors or whatever, and it really annoys me when I go to add it on Goodreads and there's no page count to it. Really annoys me, because you can't update the pages that you're on because there's no page count on the book. And I've literally had to go on Goodreads and create another edition for a book just so I can put the right amount of pages on, so I can do a page count to it. It really annoys me. It's probably not that important, but it also doesn't add to your page count at the end of the year in your goals because it doesn't have a page count on it. And it's like, if you can put the edition on it, if you can put the ISBN on it, if you can put a front cover on it, why can't you just put the page number on it as well? Because then I have to create another edition, but I can't attach the ISBN to the proper edition because it's already in play with another one, and I can't just edit the one that's already there because I don't have the permission to edit it, so I have to make another one. And yeah, it's just something that annoys me. And next, a similar one to that is the edition that I have not existing. So I had just read Kick-Ass Volume 3 a few days ago, or yesterday, don't know why I'm lying, it wasn't a few days ago, literally yesterday. And I went on Goodreads and I put the ISBN number in and it didn't exist. So I had to just put it under a different one. It had the same cover and everything, which was fine. Just have my edition, bro. It can't be that rare. And the last one, which is not so niche, I'm sure this annoys a lot of you, is when people rate a book before it's out. Whether it's the 5 stars ratings or the 1-star ratings, it's just really unnecessary and annoying. And the reasons that people give for the 1-star ratings are really annoying. And let's just roll on into community as a whole. My first pet peeve is the word and the connotations that attach to it and everything about problematic. I have a really, really strong opinion about this, and it really genuinely pisses me off how any character or book or person or just anything that has any sort of negative view or thought or act in it is problematic. No, it isn't. Every single person in the real world has good points and bad points about their personality. If somebody in a book says something or does something or thinks something that's kind of iffy, it's not problematic, it's fucking real. Nobody is perfect. Nobody has no negative emotions or thoughts. You don't have to have somebody say something in their head that's bad and then later on in the story have to tell the readers, you know, that one character, that's a bad thing that they thought. Use your fucking brain, we're all adults here. We know that if somebody thinks, oh, that person's fat, or if somebody says, oh, I don't like so-and-so, or if somebody does an action that is not very good, we don't need to be told that action or that thought or that verbal assault on somebody is a bad thing. Obviously physical assault and stuff like that, you know, in your books you should probably be a bit, probably not the best idea to assault or attack anybody. But even if you don't, I mean, we all know you shouldn't assault or attack anybody, so you don't necessarily need to say it in a book. If the book's about a serial killer and they're doing loads of serial killery things and then they don't get caught at the end, we don't need to be told that, hang about, you know that person that I was just telling you about, that's all bad. We don't need to be told it. And I fucking hate the idea that if you're not told it in a book, that book's problematic and it's bad. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying about people giving 1-star reviews before stuff's coming out. Because I remember Maggie Stiefvater did a book, can't remember what it's called, can't remember what it was about, but it was about Native Americans, I think, or that might be wrong, but I know it was about a culture or a set of people that she didn't belong to. And just from the synopsis saying that this book is about this certain culture, people were giving it 1-star reviews because she's white. Just why? Really, really fucking pisses me off. Genuinely. I'm gonna stop talking about it, but maybe I feel like I need to do a full video on this because I thought about it for a while, since before I started booktube. I fucking hate the word problematic and everything that's associated with it. So there we go, let's move on and hope that the next bit isn't as heavy. I know this is pet peeves, but I'm getting real. So yeah, the next two about booktube in general kind of end on not such a low note. But the next one is people having music in their videos or at the beginning or the end and it being stupidly loud and then their voices not being loud. Peeve, pet peeve, pet peeve, pet peeve, really annoys me. I use Windows Movie Maker to edit my videos, which is free, and it's the lowest of the low. And there's a little button at the top where each clip you can change how loud or quiet it is. I know it's there on the free thing, so whatever other people are using it on, I'm sure there's something there. And it annoys me. It annoys me when I'm watching someone's video and their outro comes on, it's like, "Aah!" It's really loud, it gives me a heart attack. It annoys me when there's a massive intro and I have to turn it down and then the person starts talking and they're like this and I can't hear them. I'm like, why don't you just put it on the same level, man? It's not that hard. Windows Movie Maker, you can do it. I believe in you. Or if there's a vlog or something and people have a bit of talking and then I'll have a song on and then the talking's like stupidly quiet and then the song's a massive assault to your ears. So you have to turn it up really loud to hear the person. And then they give you no warning that they're about to do a song and then it just breaks your face off. So yeah, just something to think about, guys. Just use that little speaker sound or whatever you've got on your editing software. I'm sure there's something there. Like I say, I use Windows Movie Maker, it's free. If you're using a free thing, I'm sure there's something there that you can change the volumes so they're equal. Or at least more equal than they are at the moment, because it's like this. And last but not least, this is very niche because I can guarantee you that literally every single one of you do this, so I don't know why it annoys me, but it has since before I even started booktube. Since I first started watching booktube, this has annoyed me. I don't know why, but it's the fact that people say when they're wrapping something up or just talking about it in general, the month of, yeah, here's everything I read in the month of August. August is a month. You don't have to say the month of. You can just say, here's everything I read in August. Why do you have to say, here's everything I read in the month of August? I don't know why it pisses me off, but it does. And every single person does it. So I don't know why it annoys me. And now you're going to think about it and you think, why do I say the month of? We all know that all the months are just months. It would be different if there was a month called Sunday. So you have to say the month of Sunday, not the day of Sunday, guys. Come on, get on a level. It's just weird, and I don't know where it started or why it happens, but you know, the month of August, the month of September, just August and September will do. I've managed to do it with just that. People know what you're on about, so it's fine. So yes, I feel like this video is really long and I'm sorry if I've offended any of you because I told you that it annoys me when you say the month of and you do it every time. Don't worry, I still love you, I still watch your videos. It just niggles at me every time I hear you say that, but it's fine. Don't change for me. Be yourself. Be yourself. Let me know down below any of your pet peeves, or if you agree with any of mine. If you disagree, that's fine. Let's have a convo down below. If this is your first video by me and you enjoy it, then please check out some of my others. If you continue to enjoy them, then please subscribe, that'd be awesome. Anyway guys, I will see you in a few days with another video. Bye.
And in the end, if they will have to find between them to decide who is going